Let's go, let's go. If you just let go.
All right, so 2020. Even though we had a pandemic, there was a lot of music that dropped this year. So, album of the year.
Lil Baby.
And why?
That nigga's talking that shit.
Okay.
There for me, like I think as I'm getting older, I don't want to just hear yeah. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? You know some rappers that are at the top of the game right now doing that every other bar. So when people come out and they really talk about real stuff and how they overcame, I love that. You know what I mean? I love to hear stories. Nas could be up there. Cause that thing was fire.
Well, I was just looking at some of the albums that dropped this year.
Fire.
And it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, they had some good albums.
Looking at some of the lists and just some of the albums, like for instance, obviously, you got Nas, obviously.
Oh, you know who else had a stupid album? Royce the 5'9".
Allegory. That's in my top.
Gosh, that's fire. Yeah.
Good News, Meg Thee Stallion. A lot of people like that. You also had Savage Mode. Some people like that. I wasn't really a big fan of that one. Welcome to the Block. King Von dropped this year. Burden of Proof. Benny the Butcher.
That's
Extinction
fire.
Level, Event 2.
That's
Busta
fire
Rhymes.
too.
That's a dope album.
Hell yeah.
The
You could tell how much time he took on that album. You could hear it.
Yeah,
you could hear it.
Took a lot. The Sharecropper's Daughter, Ciroc.
People slept on Ciroc.
From a King to a God, Conway the Machine, Nas King's Disease, Queen
Great
of the
album.
South, Mulatto. Wasn't really a fan of that one.
I wasn't a fan of that either.
But there's a lot of albums that dropped this year. G Herbo, PTSD, Pray for Paris, West Side Gun.
That G Herbo album
A
was
Written
fire.
Testimony, J Electronica.
He cheated. Every song had Jay-Z on it. Yeah.
So okay, so you said Lil Baby.
I
think that was a dope album.
Yeah, bro. I just feel like all those albums that we just talked about are fire. The reason why I like the Nas album because he took all the young guys and he brought them up. You know what I'm saying? You know what makes you a dope artist when you can elevate the people around you, right? And so you know when you get on a Nas record, it's not game time. It's not fun and games. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go because Nas is known for like, my bad for hitting you, bro. So those are in my tops. You know, best heartbreak ever on a biased opinion.
Oh yeah,
but
that was going to be mentioned for sure.
Yeah,
That's my pick.
really?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
I mean, 'cause I really was thinking about like albums that I listened to, and then went back and listened to them again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I listened to a lot of albums. I'm
Yeah.
like, I didn't really go back and listen
It's a lot of stories in there. in that
again.
album.
You know? So
I
I'm like, can it
appreciate
be?
that.
Is it my album of the year if I didn't go back and listen to it again after the first listen?
Nah.
It can't.
No.
Even if it was good.
That's
Album-
why I picked.
album
That's
for
why,
the time.
That's why I picked Lil Baby because that's the one I kept gravitating back to. I think it's for me it's a mixture of that street and real content, right? Like on the best heartbreak ever, it's just real stories.
Right.
Yeah, and there was some dope R&B albums that dropped as well. Obviously, Raggio's project is amazing.
B7, I did listen. to
B7.
I can't lie, you know I love Brandy.
I only
Kalani
listened to
dropped.
it because that Kalani album
Tiana
was
Taylor
fire.
dropped. That Tiana
the same
Taylor
thing.
was out.
Yeah.
That Summer Walker, her Life on Earth EP was fire. I mean, this year was a good year for music, just in general.
If you dropped this year and you had good marketing, somebody found you.
Yeah,
Man, because everybody in the house,
Yeah.
we listening to music.
Yeah, that's what else you gonna do?
yeah. So you said Raggio's Heartbreak best heartbreak ever.
Nice.
Excuse me. He
that
said
just makes
little
my day.
little baby.
I haven't really listened to anybody's full album this year. So I can't really,
He's been making the money.
You didn't listen to
not fully.
He's been
Damn.
making the money.
I had to wait till it hit Apple because I was trying to listen to it on Spotify, and I was like, bro, why
All the
don't
commercials?
Spotify just play the album straight
The
through?
commercials, bro. That's because their platform is Apple, so that platform is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But Spotify pays better.
Yeah, for sure. My album of the year is going to go to the Sharecropper's Daughter, Ciroc.
The one that was slept on the most.
Oh my God.
I still gotta listen to
Oh
it.
my God.
It was
And
slept on
the
the
reason
most.
why I want to elevate that album is because we talked so much about Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion,
And then we
and
don't
talked about
support
how
real music.
no women talk about anything else besides sex and stripping and all this other stuff, and you have an amazing album by an amazing lyricist, and nobody listened.
Fire.
Facts.
It's like one of the best albums that I probably heard.
I gotta listen to
Her
that.
and what's her name?
Like, there's no flaws on that album.
Her and what's her name?
From the beginning to the end, no
Beginning
skips.
to end, her lyric, just what she's talking about,
Jean
is
Grey.
worth listening to.
Jean Grey is worth listening to.
Jean Grey is absolutely worth listening to.
What's the other girl's name? The girl from Brooklyn.
There's a lot of rappers.
Yo, we got some.
Raw Digger, Remy Ma. I mean, obviously, you know, and just even, I'm sure there's more underground artists I'm not thinking about right now, but Ciroc's album is amazing. The other album that I would probably say was second, I'm a Kings fan. I'm a Nas fan, so I'm a little biased, but Royce the 5'9", The Allegory,
Sheesh.
fire as well.
Bro,
Just
that
I'm a
story
fan of lyricism.
that story he told about his dad and crack.
Yeah,
Bro, that made me cry.
I'm a fan of lyricism.
It made me, because I related to it. When people start talking about stuff, and when people start talking about stories that I can take myself and I can put myself in those shoes and walk the whole story.
Oh yeah.
Man, that made me feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I sent it to my dad, bro. It was so good. I sent it to my dad, and I was like, bro, if I could explain how I felt growing up with you being on drugs, this is it.
That's a song. Yeah. I think we underestimate that because now music is so saturated. When I can listen to somebody rap, and that's what I kind of try to pattern myself after, when you can rap and you can close your eyes and you can visualize what they're saying, like bringing words to life. Like, you don't hear that much nowadays as far as lyricism, but being able to paint a picture with your words, that's a underestimated skill set. So
Let's go. If you just let's go. Let's go. If you just let go.